It's interesting to be seeing Andrew Yang. He left the Democratic Party. He started the Forward Party. Obviously, it coincides with the release of his book. He unfortunately for him had a failed New York mayoral candidacy race. It did not go too well for him. But I like this idea. Going independent. Maybe offer a new voice in a country that's very much so of two-party system. And just hearing him talk about his ideas for this independent party. I think one of his main things is obviously electoral reform, finding a way of holding people in government, whether you're in the House or Senate, like finding a way to make these people more accountable to their constituents, and to Americans rather than done just being able to basically go to Washington and kind of forget about the constituents until they have to get reelected or whatever. So he's trying to find a way to have some electoral reform and I think it's going to be welcome, let's say, welcome approach to politics. We'll see if he could be successful with that. We don't know if that's going to happen, but especially with the way money works in politics, your money basically runs politics. From the time you have to run, you're asking for donations. After you run, you're still asking for donations, and that's lobbyists that are getting involved, and that means you have to, you know, that means you're beholden to those people that donate money to you. So if this independent party is going to work, it's going to need a lot of grassroots donations rather than lobbyists coming in and trying to basically sponsor the big name of Andrew Yang.
Yeah. I have a different feeling about what Andrew Yang is doing. Honestly, first of all, I worry that it comes from a place of selfishness where it's like he doesn't see a future of him. He doesn't see his future in the Democratic Party because he came into the mayoral race as the candidate who was most likely to win, and then performed really badly. It was like in fourth place or something like that, I believe, in the Democratic primary. So like it's not conceivable that he would run for something bigger nationally. So he would like either he would have to start from really start from like either like from some run for a post that is less influential. So I feel like maybe this is maybe for his own you know for for his own gain. And I don't know, I just feel weird because first, like, and I'm not saying this because like it's going to split the votes of Democrats or whatever. I really don't care about that. I say that because like Andrew Yang was a breath of fresh air when he came as an outsider. But one of the issues that you know I I you know I noticed about him as like first of all his presidential uh, race, as it was his presidential campaign uh, was advancing, and the same for his mayoral race, is that sometimes he really didn't understand the issues. It felt like he didn't really understand them, and he didn't understand the political system. It's good to have like an outsider come in, try to shake up the system, but it's always better when that outsider and actually understand how the system works and what's wrong with the system, and not just like the bigger lines. Like to start a party in the sort of electoral system that the US has, it's kind of like like an independent party. I feel like it's kind of futile because like you need, first of all, you need to advocate. Like if I was entering, instead of starting a party, I would start like like a grassroots movement, or like an organization that has the focus on electoral reform. Because you can have like, it's almost impossible, for there to be a major party in the US, in US politics now, a third major party, given how the system is two-party based, so you need to first of all change the system so that it can be favorable to new parties, rather than just start the parties and then try to challenge the system that way. So like I feel like he should have tried to change the to create more awareness about like the electoral system, and try to if it's possible, advocate for changes in the electoral system in the US, so that it moves beyond the two-party system it is now, instead of just starting a new party, which I feel like I'm not too optimistic about the chances of that party doing well or being even significant.